Well, it's been an unusually busy and quirky holiday season for air travel in the news. It's not just about record-breaking crowds with the typical flight delays and cancellations, but certain passengers managing to hitch a ride without a ticket and one in particular without a seat.
So our chief transportation correspondent and pilot, May-Kay Bealers, fills us in on the uptick of stowaways making headlines. May-Kay, why are we seeing this so often?
Yeah, well, you know, in this day and age with such tight security in the airport and on the tarmac, you know, officials are just scratching their heads wondering, how can this even happen? How can a security breach like this happen? So, yeah, you know, just days ago, Delta Airlines apologized for yet another stowaway boarding a flight without a ticket. The second incident in less than a month. This time, the unticketed passenger was on a flight from Seattle to Honolulu, and earlier this month, you may have heard about a Russian national who boarded a flight from New York to Paris. Neither had a ticket or boarding pass. Both managed to avoid having their IDs checked at TSA security checkpoints, although officials say they both were screened with no prohibited items. And once at the gate, both rogue passengers managed to sneak past gate agents and board without a boarding pass.
It's unbelievable almost that they're able to bypass all these security steps, but then not only that, both of them making their way out alive, you know, without, then being arrested, trespass, other penalties. But the price, you know, of course, for an unticketed passenger, one at least, I mean, he paid with his life.
Paid with his life. So when you say the others made it out alive, you're not being dramatic. United Airlines, they want to know how a body ended up in the wheel well of the landing gear on a flight from Chicago to Hawaii. So, you know, this isn't rare, doesn't happen very often, it's not unheard of. So since the landing gear wheel well is only accessible from the outside of the plane, authorities are investigating, well, how did the passenger make it out on the ramp?
Yeah, May-Kay, and what are the dangers of being in the wheel well, getting a free ride?
So, as you can imagine, it's not pressurized and it's not climate controlled. Depending on how high the airliner is, it can be as cold as minus 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So there is a risk of death by hypothermia, plus the lack of oxygen. That can lead to altitude sickness or hypoxia, which can lead to unconsciousness within seconds and minutes. And so the risk of death is there. Plus, the risk of being crushed to death by the landing gear as it's retracted on takeoff, or even falling from the aircraft.
Now, while that recent incident had ended in death of the stowaway, of course, again, these are rare. These just make headlines so often when they happen.
Of course.
You know, how are other people able to survive all of those dangers that you just listed?
Head scratcher. Okay, it depends on the weight of the individual, the health of the individual, their blood pressure, their respiratory health. Most of us would be gone like that, but some have survived. Now we know as the airplane climbs, the thinner the atmosphere, this makes breathing the same amount of air harder. So you get less oxygen up there than you would at lower altitude. So you're going to become unconscious and eventually die. There was a case of a young man who tried to leave Havana, and he and a buddy were going to run on an aircraft. The buddy chickened out. He got on the plane, climbed up in the wheel well, made it to Miami, and he lived. And it wasn't that long of a flight, but still, they figure with hypothermia, his body shut down to the point where he didn't need much oxygen. That's why he didn't die, but he lived to tell about it. But
so
what
dangerous.
A horrific, you hate being cold. Brandon says it's going to get cold next week. Imagine minus 70 degrees in a wheel well where you can't even breathe. That's horrifying. And hold on and you might fall out. Buy a ticket.
Fair advice, May-Kay. Fair advice. Thank you very much. We appreciate your report.
All right, thanks so much, May-Kay.